Hello everyone, very warm welcome to all of you on the platform of KSG India. My name is Akhilesh and I'm faculty of geography optional over here. Today I'm going to discuss about the sunspot cycle, solar flare, solar storm, solar maxima and solar minima. What exactly these phenomena are. In the previous video, you might have understood the coronal mass ejection, and after coronal mass ejection, I said to you that the gases containing mass get pulled back onto the sun's surface. They have created the cooler patches on the photosphere. These cooler patches are very much visible from the earth also, indeed by using telescope. These cooler patches are called as sunspot, and this sunspot phenomena is a cyclic phenomena. It was first reported as a cyclic phenomenon by Samuel Henrik Schwabe. Samuel Henrik Schwabe. Sunspot cycle we are talking about. Samuel Henrik Schwabe first reported it in 1843. Conclusively reported it. That means he observed entire life there is change on the sun's surface. And after that he concluded that this sunspot cycle, that means formation of sunspots on the sun's surface, is a cyclic process and it takes almost 11 years to be completed. Years to be completed, this sunspot cycle. And this sunspot cycle is going through various phases. Various phase means there are two prominent phases. One is solar maxima and solar minima. Let me explain this solar maxima and solar minima. In solar maxima phase, there will be more coronal mass ejection. There will be more sunspots, bigger sunspots, larger number sunspots, and Earth is likely to receive more solar storms. In solar maxima phase, what I said to you, in solar maxima phase, there are more number of sunspot. Their size is also going to be bigger, more coronal mass ejection, more solar activity is taking place. So, you will find larger number of sunspots. Large number of sunspots are going to be reported in case of solar maxima. While in solar minima, the sunspot, size of sunspot as well as their number is going to be less. So, in solar maxima phase, this represents solar maxima, and here this represents solar minima. In solar minima, you can see less number of sunspots, less coronal mass ejection, and less solar storms. Basically, this solar minima and solar maxima is also called as solar activity. So, maximum solar activity and minimum solar activity. What do you mean by maximum solar activity? Here, larger sunspot, that means the sunspot size is going to be larger. Large number of sunspot. Why? Because there is more coronal mass ejection. Okay. and that's why Earth is likely to receive more solar storm. Samuel Henry Schwabe have observed this pattern on the sun, and he said that this pattern is going to be completed in 11 years, and he take that 11-year time period for a complete solar cycle or sunspot cycle. If we plot the number of sunspot during this cycle with respect to the time, we are going to have a graph which I am going to discuss with you like this. So if we plot this sunspot cycle, solar activity on y-axis, solar activity means coronal mass ejection on y-axis, and the time on x-axis, it is certainly in terms of years, and here solar activity in terms of numbers, how many numbers of sunspots are going to be there. So we are going to have a graph that goes like this. This is how the graph will go, where this lowest point represent solar minima. This represent solar minima, and here it is representing solar maxima. Either take one solar minima to another solar minima. This is again solar minima. The time is going to be 11 years. So this is one complete sunspot cycle which is going from one solar minima, solar maxima to another solar minima. This is also solar minima. Then the next cycle starts from the solar minima, then solar maxima, then solar minima. Again it will be of same 11 years. So each graph is representing single sunspot cycle, and it was reported by Samuel Henry Schwabe. Right now the 25th sunspot cycle is going on. 25th sunspot cycle, that means before that 24th was there, और उसके पहले 23rd रहा होगा. तो ये जब से ढूंढा गया है तब से इसको हम 11 साल में देखते हैं. अच्छा, again if we see this 25th sunspot cycle, it was started way back in 2020 December. So it was started from 2020 December, and it is going to end by 2031, that is what, December. So this is the time. And what about the 24th cycle? It was started in 2009 and ended in 2020. This is how the dates are going. So if you see this solar minima in 2009, obviously there will be 2010, this is what, 2011, this is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20. Fine. So if you see the minima phase, you can take 2012. This up to this phase, there is less solar activity, less sunspot, and hence the number of sunspot is going to be lower, and this phase is going to be called as minima phase. So from 2009 to 2012 we can have this solar minima phase up to here. Then 2013 to 2016, this is something which is representing solar maxima phase. Try to see this solar maxima phase. The number of sunspot is going to be high, more coronal mass ejection is taking place from 2013 to 2016-17. So this is what solar max phase, maxima phase, where you are going to have more coronal mass ejection, more sunspot cycle. Fine. Again, there is minima phase starting from 17 to 20. Again, you are going to have in minima phase, you are going to have less number of sunspots and less coronal mass ejection. That means low solar activity. And this will also go like that: 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 to 27. Again, this is going to be what? Maxima phase by 24 to 27. And this maxima phase which is going to start is something which is have a kind of deleterious impact on the earth environment as well as other aspect over there. So this solar maxima phase is going to have more solar storms on the earth's surface, and you know the earth is going to have magnetosphere. Earth is having a magnet, so this solar storm is going to be deflected towards the pole and causing some kind of damage, and those damages can be seen in form of aurora. It can be seen in form of disruption in telecommunication, disruption in satellite communication, GPS. It can also intense, the solar storms can also lead to grid failure, power grid failure. It can lead to disruption in air traffic control. So these all are going to be the part because of these all are going to be impact because of the solar storms, especially in solar maxima phase. This solar maxima phase again going to be very important for the reason because we already doing global warming at large scale. Earlier, this extra heat which is given to the earth's environment in form of solar maxima was adjusted, but nowadays we already have increased our global temperature. So any extra heat is going to have its repercussions. What are those repercussions? How these solar storms are going to be going to reach over Earth's surface and affecting Earth will be discussed in next video. I hope you understand sunspot cycle, solar maxima, solar minima. Thank you very much.